Esports, I'm looking at this possibility of Edith going towards the XP because they did that before and they had a win with it. And the last time they did that, they put the Grok on a Roam instead.
Man, do they want to play the Grok instead? I don't know. I'm looking at the lineup of Falcons Apbren. There's just a lot of CC. Just so much.
Yeah. Are they forcing a Kufra for Rebellion Esports?
Oh, that
feels like
bad.
it, right? But it's a good hero for Rebellion Esports with the Hayabusa, with, even for the Ruby, even the Terizla.
Because your concern early on was that Rebellion Esports, they kind of squishy, right? So it's likely they want to switch things up. But Camilla, okay, Camilla.
This is one nasty lineup for Rebellion Esports. It's hard to execute.
Honestly, both compositions are pretty hard to execute, right?
Yeah.
It's team fight oriented. Let's see how these lanes are going to go. Because at the end of the day, it could be the difference maker of a clean penalty zone or an I'm Offended or a Cursed Blood or an Earth Shatter that could be the difference maker in this game. Break down the comps for us one more time before we head into the Land of Dawn.
You know what, for their composition, gotta be like for Falcons Apbren, they're leaning towards those dives as early as possible. Same with how Rebellion Esports played on game number 1. Now, for Rebellion Esports, the Nether Realms would be a very crucial one if they want to go in for those dives under the turret. So it's more of an execution factor at the early game. Whoever wins the early game wins the game.
Yeah, so let's see who will win this game because Rebellion Esports, they are fighting for survival. Let's head on to it. A 2-0 win is crucial for them. Take it on Rebellion Esports versus Falcons Apbren.
Okay, things are different right now. Game number 1, it was Falcons Apbren that has 2 purifies actually for the game. But this time around, it's Rebellion Esports. They are prepared for the crowd controls. As mentioned by Gideon earlier, that for the crowd control of Falcons Apbren, it's pretty high. So if your F-cap as much as possible, you need to capitalize on that as early as possible or probably go on Rio's jungling area.
Yeah, you want to try to have that early invasion vibe, but I guess the idea, maybe not because, okay, looks like they want to try to do it. They'll keep their eye on the bottom lane. Slight invasion there onto Ogwen, not letting Ogwen that space to farm, and they're not done yet. Look at Rio chasing down Ogwen.
He's all over the place. Probably the plan again for Rebellion Esports, is take limit all the resources, focus on taking the resources of KalTZ, win that turtle again, and win the game. Disrupt the pattern of Ogwen because they forced 2 players actually from Falcons Apbren to be back on their base just to have their HP bars full again.
Yeah, at least the mid battle is 50-50 because both heroes, they lost the next wave. But not really lost though because both are not present there. So naturally they can come back and get whatever they can get 50-50.
Okay, so it's a war cry for KalTZ, more in the damage. So expect later on that he'll be rotating probably on Matt's lane. And yeah, the problem here for Falcons... Oh, wait!
Oh, wow. Quick moves there by KalTZ. That was a close one.
Yeah, that was close. If it has been a first blood for Rebellion Esports, they might have taken an advantage already on this turtle. But yeah, the objective is now being taken by Rebellion Esports.
Yeah, the timing is right to just shoot away KalTZ. I mean, by the time he comes back, gets his buff, there will not be enough time for him to engage with the turtle fight. So the turtle will be given again to Rebellion Esports.
Things are looking good for Rebellion Esports, but looking at the goal lead, it's still on Falcons Apbren's side. So it means that other lanes are being won by F-cap. So if you are Rebellion Esports, you might want to limit Super Marco's rotation. I mean, it's hard to be up against
but not so hard for Rio to score this first blood thanks to RDTZ and Swalo opening up for him. And that is great communication and coordination by Rebellion Esports.
Yeah, and that is where the problem in Falcon Esports has been revealed for this match. If there is no layer of skills for F-cap, it's going to be a problem for them. There's no kill secured at the middle lane, although they have enough let's say sustainability, there's no enough damage. So they need at least 3 players if you're up against Rebellion Esports. So yeah, it's a juggle between the economy. It's 57 for Falcons Apbren. Later on, it's going to be Rebellion Esports. So, but we can see Matt on the Thunderbelt. So expect later on that he'll be part of the team fight, poking damage against Falcons Apbren.
Yes, and now Rebellion Esports. It feels like the story from the previous round, right? Rebellion Esports getting the first blood, the first turtle as well. A little bit more advantage at the start, but speaking about advantage, can they find more advantage at the bottom lane? Cast is pretty tanky, so it's not going to be easy. Plus, he can come up with the damage, not easy. Last thing about, we had managed to get away to safety. Swalo together with Easy arrives, so Ogwen and Count Easy cannot continue on. In fact, they might go in for the turret dive, and yes, they will. Easy will get Ogwen looking for Count Easy next. Count Easy, last thing about, looking for Flap Easy next. Easy will be treated back by Fudo, but Flap Easy will be safe so far. Rio, is he going to do it? Nope. Flap Easy flies away.
Okay, that's...
He was surrounded anyway.
Yeah, surrounded by everyone from Rebellion Esports. So this is where the problem lies now for Falcons Apbren. Oh, wait. They're forcing for another team fight here for Falcons Apbren.
Okay, Ogwen still went in for it. Flapdizi gets cards though. Now the turtle is wide open for Falcons Apbren. Going in the turtle, Rio might be chased down. Flapdizi wants to find his target, but the only one that he can get is going to be Swalo. That is a good enough target for him. Gets the turtle, gets another kill, and this is Flapdizi down. Double kill to Ogwen.
That is a nice call for Falcons Apbren. They forced for another team fight. They knew that the players of Rebellion Esports already used up some of their ultimates. But by the way, Swalo is using that Shadow Stampede really well. So that is the timing wherein he waited for a few to be out of the spawn. And then there's like a rope pulling few back, hence the secure kill against him. But yeah, 4-4 is our score. Falcons Apbren just winning that team fight because they knew that they had the burst damage against Rebellion Esports, and it's a matter of which team has much more kit on dealing damage against each other, who's gonna be on the lead in terms of extended team fights.
Yeah, and they have to have that on-point communication to say that, hey, my skill is ready, cooldowns off, and let's guys don't go back yet, or like 3 seconds more, just stay there, something like that. And this just shows the level of communication that they have.
Yeah, and speaking of which, since Ogwen has the Oracle, expect later on that majority of the players of Falcons Apbren would have smoother communication because it's the same that they have.
Yeah, jumping in on the Matt. I mean, where is Matt going to go from here, right? I mean, you got 3 of them. Super Marco can easily tank out the turret, so not going to be an issue. But TZ now needs to tank out damage. He should be able to do so, but can he get away to safety? 50% of health should be okay for now because they want to focus on the others. Rebellion Esports fighting back at this moment. Ogwen 50% as well. And TZ kind of low, but he does have Swalo together with Kaz and Rio to protect him.
Okay, so there's no casualty during that time, but we could see now the aggression of Falcons Apbren. Now, the problem now for Falcons Apbren is the targeting of a Zask. In the middle of everyone, you can't really choose as to where your skill is gonna hit. So it's more of the placement here for Falcons Apbren, but for Rebellion Esports, they need to at least push the minion wave on the sides to have them flow, give space to Matt, because Matt is just on the Thunder Belt. So Supermarket is 1,000 lead in terms of gold, so that's a lot.
Oh, you blink it, you miss it moment, ladies and gentlemen. Now Rio has no space to breathe. Speaking about space, at the bottom, Sway low. They could jump in. Okay, Ogwen's coming in from behind. He does not have the final slash though. But then again, the nether realm would save them anyway. So no final slash, no problem. Don't need to be greedy.
Yeah, you know what? When you see Faramis using the nether realm just to escape, you know that you've already won.
Oh, this could be a 2 down for the side of Falcons Apbren. I mean, that was a little bit overextension. Yeah,
overextension, yes, and at the same time, they're up front against ODTZ. 1 curse of blood. And then everything just sweet them on that spot.
Oh man, Kaltizi wants to try to do something sexy from the side, but okay, lucky enough it does not continue on. I mean, we are talking about heroes that can absorb damage, and Matt at the same time will have some space at the bottom to finally pop and get this turret.
Things are looking good. We have the Antikaras also for ODTZ. So sometimes you can't really notice the difference if you have a Carmilla against you, but if there's someone up front who's very sustainable at the same time, has the damage, continuous damage, by the way, not the burst, but continuous damage, it's really nice for Rebellion Esports. So there's a struggle for Falcons Apbren. Who are we targeting in a team fight? Is it gonna be an Edith or is it gonna be ODDT's hero? So it lies in between. That's why it's gonna be hard for them. All they need to do is to have the penalty zone on spot, find probably Swalo because the skill is the flicker. It will be a lot easier for them, but we see now a Divine Glaive for a few, so we'll see more of bursts from them. But yeah, it's the Lord now, Sir Cloud, for this match.
Yeah, they need to be careful of the penalty zone by FlapTZ now that it's available, so they cannot group up together. So we can see Rebellion Esports, they kind of split up at this point. Are they truly that interested? Okay, keep your eye on to the movement of Julian, played by Rio. He's waiting at the background to try to steal that Lord, but Falcons Apbren, they're not moving the Lord yet.
Yeah, I think for Falcons Apbren, they're open up space for Cal TZ, so he's gonna be the sweeper just in case there's gonna be a setup play. I thought Super Marco's gonna dive for an ultimate during that time, but yeah, there might be a juggle on the minion wave management here for Falcons Apbren. Probably they might wanna push that minion wave first at the bottom lane to be on the upper hand in terms of positioning against Rebellion Esports.
And Rio repositioned himself. Cal TZ probably saw that movement, so they know that there's no one behind them, at least for now. Now that Rio's in front and they have the information. But Kaz is going to go in. Okay, he's going to open up with Cal TZ. Right in front, Super Marco. Cal TZ gets Swalo together with Kaz. It's going to be a double kill here. And now the Lord is wide open. Rebellion Esports, they cannot challenge for the Lord anymore.
Wow, what a nice play for Falcons Apbren. I kind of feel like for Rebellion Esports, that has been a bit of a miscommunication. It was Swalo and Cars up front. Take note that Swalo isn't using the Purify spell, so he wasn't able to use that Nether Realm prior that death against Falcons Apbren. So if you are Faramis user and you're not on the Purify and the other team has a lot of crowd control as much as possible, you want to restrict or you want to give yourself a limitation as to where perimeter you could be in a team fight.
Yeah, in that fight though, Kaz, he used the flicker and he missed his Earth Shatter.
Yeah, that's true.
If his Earth Shatter connected, maybe it would have went to Rebellion Esports.
Yeah, so okay, because of that Earth Shatter miss, even the Netherrealm missed. So it's all about timings now. It's all about the timing and the placement for Rebellion Esports. So low killing score for this 11-minute game, but for Falcons Apbren, they could push an inhibitor turret because every lane is being pressured here by FCAP.
Yeah, Falcons Apbren now will put focus onto the top, holding hands with the Lord. The Lord has arrived in front of the doorstep, but it is still the first Lord, so no sweat for Rebellion Esports.
Yeah, they have the kit to actually defend this one out, but the problem is going to be where will they get damage from? Matt is just on the Thunderbelt and Malefic Roar, so he's using the Purifier, yes, but it's continuous crowd control for Falcons Apbren. You have a layer from FlapTZ, Penalty Zone, even a Final Slash from Owen, even Super Marco has the crowd control, so they have to be mindful of using that ODDT's ultimate so that there's gonna be space for Matt. As early as now, they need to give everything to Matt. Matt is their guy. Matt is their X factor or key to success for this game.
Yeah, the one of the newer players for Rebellion Esports who have been going around teams, I must say. The last he was with was JP9ers in MPL MY, and now he's together with them. But has he really shined or carried Rebellion Esports? Not yet, but maybe. Benefit of the doubt, maybe because it's new, so they're still trying to find that true chemistry together.
Yeah, but so far they're playing really well. Okay, we heard Retributions used just for that little wonder. That's very crucial for Vision as well. But yeah, for Flap Easy, that is the Winter Crown. So after the Queen's Wings went straight for the Winter Crown. So his main function here is another setup player for Falcons Apbren. Now we have the Lord in 10 seconds now. So Rebellion Esports, they might want to go for a surprise play using the Flicker, Earth Shatter onward, the suplex from Cars.
The suplex, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh man, that reminds me of every wrestling move.
Yeah, the suplex.
Yeah, let's see if they can pull off a suplex here. Oh, but Cars is what a pullback there for Cars. But then again, the NetherRealm is there to save him. But that also means that the NetherRealm is now forced out.
Yeah, that's an early usage of the NetherRealm. But if you're Rebellion Esports, better use it instead of having casualties prior to this Lord take. But because also of that, they don't have an edge on trying to have that Lord steal. Hence, Falcons Apbren taking this second Lord of the game.
Yeah, if only they still had the NetherRealm, then maybe they could still challenge for
Yeah.
the Lord. But then again, unfortunately, that was forced out. But great move there by Falcons Apbren to make that happen. And if you look at the experience graph now, we're starting to see a swing towards Falcons Apbren.
Yeah, it's really going on Falcons Apbren side. Again, the map control here of Rebellion Esports is really minimized. Oh, wait, I thought that there's going to be a setup play against Super Marco. And we see some of the players here using the flickers already. And on the goal graph, wow, it's just Falcons Apbren. There was a bit of a team fight around 10 minutes of our game, but it's just continuously Falcons Apbren getting all the resources against Rebellion Esports. As to why for few, he is at the Holy Crystal already.
Oh, okay. And attempt here onto Cars. Now Cars again will be saved by the NetherRealm. NetherRealm will save him, but that means also they do not have the NetherRealm for now. It will be under cooldown while the Lord will push onto the bottom lane. And this is an opening now for Falcons Apbren to take down the inhibitor in the middle, and they'll try to find the next kill. RDTZ now 50% of health left. RDTZ has to nip the crystal. Will get extra protection out of it. The Lord will be taken down, and Falcons Apbren will reset.
That is a breathtaking defense brought to you by Rebellion Esports, and this inhibitor at the top lane is going to be destroyed by Falcons Apbren. They have the minion wave, they have the kit to actually poke some more players from Rebellion Esports, but Rebellion Esports having that brick of hope into defeating Falcons Apbren. They're forcing for a team fight, I think, because they know that some of the players here of Falcons Apbren has already used some of their ultimates.
And they do have the NetherRealm though. It will be pop out anytime soon. NetherRealm will be used at this moment to save RDTZ. RDTZ will 0-1 to Swalo. He'll say thank you very much, but that means they do not have the NetherRealm for this defense. However, Falcons Apbren, they're looking at their watch and telling themselves that, hey, you know what guys, 50 more seconds to the next Lord. Let's take a chill.
Okay. This team's chilling because it's hard for Falcons Apbren to force the team fights against Rebellion Esports. And I really like how they juggle the minion wave earlier for Rebellion Esports. And yeah, looking at the items, by the way, we have the Radiant Armor already for Cars. I think he needs the Immortality as early as now. Just in case if he's gonna be the target here for Falcons Apbren rather. And for Julian, that is the Holy Crystal. Things are great for Matt. It's more on taking the kills now against Falcons Apbren because he's still at 1-1-1. It's a low killing game, but at the same time, you want those conversions already as early as now.
Oh, speaking about conversion, they might run to convert Cars into a kill, but then again, Cars flickers away, and ODTZ is there. No further pursuit there by Ogwen, and they have not yet forced out the NetherRealm this time.
What a slow from this spawns from a few. By the way, the itemization for a few is going one and this Divine Glaive. And here comes the lore again. Sir Cloud.
Flickers in. Looks like there will be an engagement by Rebellion Esports, and Count Easy turns back together with Phil. He gets Swalo as well. Double kill from Count Easy. Cows will be the next one to be in trouble. Cows may go down. This could be a wipeout there. Swalo is the only one survived. But what can he do against the entire Falcons Apbren? There's no way he can defend against all of them. And looks like we are going to go for game number 3 as Falcons Apbren will want to end this round now.
That was a nice setup play by Super Marco. Yes, it was Super Marco using that Ruby on that last set of play for Falcons Apbren. What a nice counter play for them, and they just did what they needed to do. Their winning conditions was on point. They tried to eliminate all the factors wherein a Rebellion Esports will win, but it was a nice play for them. We're heading to a game number 3. What do you say about that, Gideon?
I'm saying that, I don't know, FCAP are awake today. Their drafting style just to deny some core and more important. And I have to attest, it's all
added crowd control for Super. It's just the Hayabusa.
Ain't that number sexy? Finally, the Hayabusa by Falcon Apbren is a bit more sexier because of those
Bit more sexier?
Yeah, sexy.
How
Just look at the stats here. Ain't that number sexy? 514.
I mean, maybe if that 1 was a 0, could have been even sexier. But I think that, you know, Kyle TZ and Rio are very comfortable on this Hayabusa, right? This is one of the few matchups where, I mean, I think that Rio is really good with his angles. Kyle TZ is much better at generating pressure. How many times did we see Kyle just go, I'm gonna throw out my shadow? He gets 2 flickers from people for free.
Yeah, that's true. And I feel like for Falcons Apbren, with this type of hero composition, it's as if they can play individually. They don't need the typical rotation that, oh, I go to the gold lane because I have to save Super Marco from all the threat. It's as if they can go to the other places wherein Rebellion has to be. So they disrupted the pattern of Rebellion Esports.
Yeah, and comparing to playing individually, right? So towards the end, like Edith, I understand you as a roamer, you want to try to open up space, gather the information, but every time, okay, there were a couple of times where he tried to do that and the Nether Realm was used just to save him. And after the Nether Realm was used, then obviously for Falcons Apbren, they'll be like, oh, okay, cool, you already used that just to save a roamer? Well, it's our turn to bring it back to you.
I feel like this game was entirely dependent on how many battle spells can I get out of you for free. It really just boiled down to that, right? Because every single time we saw these big plays, it really just goes to show that even if you are missing a battle spell, that means I have a huge window of opportunity to make a play down the road. And I think that investment is important in these, like, any of these games that are going beyond 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's true. And at the same time, again, because of the crowd control here for Falcons Apbren, we have 2 purifiers, yes, for Rebellion Esports, but after that purifier, that 1.2 seconds, there's another layer of crowd control. So for Rebellion Esports, it's so hard for them to escape the threat from Falcons Apbren, and all the heroes here for Falcons Apbren is more on the linear side. It's just them diving from time to time. As to why, look at the damage dealt for Falcons Apbren. They're just swinging around the formation of Rebellion Esports. Even the damage taken is very far from the damage taken of Rebellion Esports, considering that they are leaning much more on the sustainable side, because there's no way for Rebellion Esports to escape their play.
Totally agree with that. Totally agree. It's either they escape, well, unless you're Rio, who has only one escape mechanic, which is in that enhanced swords, but he doesn't have a flicker, right? And that's why it just brings it back to being so important to hold on to your battle spells for as long as possible. And like you mentioned, Chantel, there's way too much CC to decide which opportunities you want to pick and choose. But with that being said, give it up for our MVP of the game here. My bad.
It's the graph.
Yes, it is the graph, because we're setting up for the MVP here. When we're looking at the overall graph, and especially when it comes down to the gold, it exponentially increases, but after the 15-minute, that's when the EXP just barely doesn't even matter, because we're already hitting level 15.
And with a continuous spike of Falcons Apbren's gold, it means that they just limited all the scenarios of Rebellion Esports having a comeback or swinging the tides around.
With that being said, hopefully I'm getting the right information from Zipper. There we go, our MVP of the match, Falcons Apbren's very own Kyle TZ.
I mean, that is a sexy number there.
A very, very nice kill time participation. Very, very nice.
Very nice indeed.
It really goes to